could play the background.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is G. Harper here. Thank you so much for joining us for our series titled Gridlock. Today's topic is titled The Gridlock of Insecurities. If there was one area in our life that many of us struggle with, even though we don't talk about it a lot, even though we don't put it on our Facebook, Instagram page, it is our insecurities. Usually when we have an assignment, usually when we have a huge opportunity, sometimes deep down within our mind, within our heart, we conjure up any type of thing, any type of deficiency, any type of doubt that will keep us from fulfilling that opportunity. Have you ever been there before in life? Are you perhaps sitting there at work, sitting at home? You're sitting in that gridlock state because you feel like you don't have what it takes. Are you perhaps thinking that what you're lacking, whether it be money, whether it's your intellect, whether it's your communication, whether it's your typing skills, maybe your past, there is something that has some of us gridlocked within our insecurity. There's one person in the Bible. His name is Moses. Let me tell you this quick story. I want you to read this when you get a chance. It's in Exodus chapter 3 and Exodus chapter 4. It is when Moses, he had an assignment from God to go down to Egypt and to tell Pharaoh to let God's people go. You remember that story. You learned that in Sunday school. God told Moses, he said, Moses, I've seen how my people have been treated. I've seen the unfairness. I've seen how Pharaoh and all the other men that work with him, they're slaves to these people. He says, I've had enough. And I need you to go down to Egypt and tell them to let my people go. Moses, he instantly said, how can you call on me to do this? Not I. Have you ever been there before? To where somebody has asked you to do something and the first thing that comes to your mind, you called on the wrong one. Moses, he said, God, they won't listen to me. He says, who am I for them to listen to me? And God had to tell Moses, he said, Moses, when you go, tell them that I am sent you. In other words, tell them the God that has been before, the God is now, the God that will always be. Tell them that is the God that sent you. But here it is. This is what made me think of this passage. It's in chapter 4, verses 10, I think, when Moses says, God, first of all, I can't even speak right. You know I'm slow of speech. I stutter. I can't. Matter of fact, I'm talking to you now and I'm stuttering. Have you ever been there before? Some of you have insecurities just as myself, and you feel as though you cannot do it because you're lacking something. God got angry with Moses. He says, Moses, who made your mouth? Who made the eyes to where the eyes can see? Who made the ears to where the ears can either hear or cannot hear? He says, I am the God and I will always be with you. And that's what you need to know. Please realize that whatever insecurity that you may have, you must understand that God can critique, God can give you, God can modify whatever it is to make you whole for this assignment. Do not sit there. Do not stay gridlocked in your insecurities thinking that you cannot move forward because you're lacking something. The devil is a lie. There will be either your insecurities or other people telling you what you cannot do. Don't let yourself or others stop you from the assignment that's before you. So I challenge you today. Write down your strengths. I want you to read books. I want you to talk with people that can strengthen you even in your strength. But here it is. Write down your weaknesses. Go to classes. Link up with someone that has a strength in your weakness and learn from them. Most of all, pray about it and allow God to give you what it is that you're lacking. And I think you'll be just fine. So listen, I challenge you to do this. And I'm going to be praying for you. Do not allow your insecurities to stop you from moving forward to your divine purpose. I'm praying for you. Move forward to what God has for you. And I'll see you next week. God bless you. And I'm praying for you. Amen.